Hello, it's Friday evening in the Philippines. Welcome to Dan and Minnie's Journey. How is everyone this evening? Thanks, 8 million people, for showing up. We truly do appreciate your support. Who's here today? I know Jaylyn is here. Jaylyn, how you doing? Anime Reyes, thanks so much for your support. Manolin is here. Ryder Adventure is in the house. How are you, Ryder? How are you this evening? Millicent is here. Millie Cent. Pressy Manzanero is here. Chrissy, welcome in, Chrissy Mama. How are you today? It's so good to see you. Charmaine, don't squeeze the Charmaine. I don't know why I like saying that so much. Welcome in. Dan's retirement journey is in the house. Winnie is here. How are you, Winnie? Elegant is here. Elgene is here. Elgene is elegant. Jean, Mixed Vlogs is here. How are you? Nice of you to stop by. And anime. Oh, did I forget to give you a skirt last time, or whatever they're calling it? Let me see. You're wearing a skirt today, right? Hey, what do you think of those videos that are showing up where they're vying for views by crossing and uncrossing their legs while wearing a little schoolgirl's skirt? What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comment section. I think it's just plain silly. I'm like, take your panties off. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Go all the way. You know what I'm saying? Quit teasing. Quit teasing us. Just take those bad boys off. So I noticed that those get a lot of views. Should I start wearing a skirt and taking my panties off for you in reels? Let me know in the comment section. That's so funny. All right, there you go. Oh yay! I don't, I, I don't. You don't have a skirt. Well, in this case, I probably would have to say it's a good thing, right? Yenarina's here. Shout out to you. Man, today was a difficult day. I got to share it with you. It was just it was so difficult, you know. It started off great. It always starts off great when I wake up in the morning, you know. Oh, you like that animation? I'd be crossing and uncrossing my legs for you. I've got nice legs, you know, I've been told. I'm sorry if you see the popcorn stuck in my teeth. You probably saw the video that Minnie was made earlier that she posted on Facebook where she was making popcorn for me. That's always nice. I love popcorn and it's healthy. It's healthy for you, except maybe not the way that she makes it for me with plenty of toppings, lots of butter and salt. Tim Deziak is here. Good evening, Tim. How are you? Folks, I got to tell you, today was such a difficult day, and here's why. It starts off like this. We didn't get this notice. They're saying we did. I'll tell you. I'll tell you, they said that we did get the notice. We did get notified early, within 48 hours. But they notified through Facebook that there was going to be a brownout. It's not your regular everyday brownout, last 15 minutes and the lights come back on. No, no, no. This was an all-day event, 8 hours. And I only saw the Facebook announcement about 10 minutes before the guys were starting to show up for the labor construction. We're having tiling put down. Menge is here. Hi, Menge. How's Mini Snow? And so that meant that we had to have power. So we had to go grab the big generator, the 5,000 water. Thanks for watching the ads, Mini Snow. We had to go grab those, and we had to haul that generator over next door to the work site, which was no big deal. We got it over there. It took a while to start it up because we haven't had a brownout in the province here in a very, very long time. Beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. But we got it fired up, and then they were in business. They were able to, cut the tile, and everything was fine. But then, then I can't watch TV in my house. So this generator does not supply both houses. Mini Snow, this generator, it supplies the new house. And that's going to be the one that we're going to be using at the new house. So as a matter of fact, we went out and we bought the throw switch for that, the 100 amp throw switch. So we can convert it back and forth when we have brownouts. I don't sweat the small stuff. Brownouts do not bother me. As a matter of fact, they're coming to the state of California near you, from what I understand. I understand that they're preparing their folks in California, where we used to live, to get ready for brownouts. And so a lot of people think that this is a Philippine thing, that they have brownouts only here. There's no place else in the world where they have brownouts. So we know that that is not true. They're coming to a state near you in the United States. Yes, one of the richest countries in the world. Anna G is here. How are you, Anna G? Nicole Hart's in the house. Good evening. Good evening. How are you? How's your life going? So today started off rough because I found at the last moment we had to run, get everything set up. And then I didn't have power to our house, the one we live in next door. So we have a small 3,800 watt generator working this house, all wired up, ready to go whenever we need it, or so I thought. So we get over there, and I thought it's a no-brainer. Fire that bad boy up, and away we go. Well, we pull that rip cord, and it started up, and it's going like this. Thump, 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 thump. Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Turn that bad boy off. So we had to turn it off. We had to grab this generator and we had to haul it over to the generator store in order for them to check it out. And they were kind. They drained the oil. They said it needed to be changed, and so we did the maintenance. We changed the oil. We put some unleaded gas in there because we had to dump out. Somebody had inadvertently put super premium gas in there when it only requires unleaded. So we had to go do that and fire that bad boy up. And guess what? It ran a little bit better, but not. It did not purr like a kitten, like when we first bought it. And so we had one of the local generator repair guys come over and tinker with it, but he said everything was fine. But here's this thing bouncing around on the concrete floor, the outdoor kitchen, the dirty kitchen going tut, 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 tut. And every once in a while it makes its way to the edge and then dumps over the side. This whole thing wasn't good, right? So we I don't know what, it's like the timing is off. Is Mike Hey Joe around? Mike Hey Joe, if you're listening to me, does a generator have timing? Is there a timing belt in there that we can adjust? I'm not sure what to do because we already went over to the manufacturer, right, where we bought it, and they were very kind over there, and they did everything that I would do to it. I mean, I know that let's change the gas out if it's old. Let's change the oil out if that's old, which it was. It was horrible. I'm kind of ashamed about that. And let's fire it up. Let's run it for 30 minutes or so, see if it gets any better. And it did improve. It wasn't chugging along like chugga, 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 not like a steam engine, So eventually the power came back on after about 8 hours and away we went. But here's the irony to the whole thing. We were in, like I said, Moama, we were in a big hurry. We were in a big hurry this morning. And the reason why, Moama, we were in such a big hurry is simply because we also had an appointment down at the electric company because you have to take a 2-hour seminar over there in order to get approved for them to install the meter on your house so they could start the electric up. So we already had an appointment down there. We had to get, I don't know, I thought the whole thing was ironic. And of course, I was sitting there going, can you believe this, Minnie? Here we are. We have to go down there for a seminar in a brownout. Like, are they even going to have the seminar today? But when we get down there, they have lights on. They're the only place in the whole city that does. They're happy. I see nothing but a bunch of smiling people, And then we have to sit through 2 hours of seminar, which was given in Visayan. And my Visayan, it's not the best. I mean, I caught a few of the things. I asked her kindly if she could insert a few English words now and again, just so I feel part of the group. She thought that was a little bit amusing, you know. She thought it was a little bit funny. But anyway, so some of the words, Diosa Mariana, I was able to figure out on my own. Good evening, how are you? But otherwise, I was, how should I say this, stuck in the dark. And I like my shows on Friday. I don't miss many of my shows on Friday. Joseph Vlogs is here. Good evening, Joseph. How are you? Joseph, you're such an attractive woman. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. I'll get in trouble for it later. But you see what happens, So here we are. The whole day is, it's not a good day. It just starts going downhill right away, But they said when we were down there, they said, "Oh, we gave plenty of notice. We gave our by law, we have to give 48 hours or whatever they said." We did. I said we did not see it on Facebook. Well, They go, maybe they were late on delivering the Facebook message or alert, but we put it out there on our public website 48 hours ago. I guarantee it. So I said, well, what can I do except take your word for it? AMR, Anime Reyes, AMR. That cracks me up every time I see it. Yes, 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 indeed. So anyway, that was what life was like for us today. So usually it goes smooth as silk, right? Fire up the generator, make sure we have gas backup. Everybody is happy, and we go on our merry way. Dan sits there, gets fat and happy, eating popcorn in front of the TV set, watching my shows, No, not my stories, my shows. I like to watch all the cop shows where they're racing back and forth chasing people. So I do that. I do that and I get caught up on other stuff. Do I have popcorn stuck in my teeth? I feel like I do. I brushed my teeth before coming on here because I didn't want you to smell my stinky breath. I'm very, very considerate of that. But I may have left a few particles of popcorn behind. I'm not sure. So anyway, what else was I going to talk about? Oh my goodness gracious, Dan, just remember that it's more fun in the Philippines. And that certainly is proving out to be true. But I'm glad you said that, Tim, because I have something to say about that. You have some very bizarre YouTube videos showing up on YouTube about there's a lot of hatred going on right now about moving to the Philippines and things like that. And they start putting out, I've talked about it before, all kinds of misinformation. You know what I mean? All kind not it's lies, basically lies my teacher told me, right? Trying to get and I went and I did a little bit of research about why this is happening. I discovered that the YouTube algorithm follows the lie. And as long as it's popular, they will keep pushing out the lie. See, that's what they do. And so, in order to be a successful YouTuber these days, Marie Jinx, I know this is going to shock you. You basically have to lie about what's going on. As long as you're a good liar, liar pants on fire, everything is fine. No problem. You'll get views. Elgene vlog is here. Elgene TV. Elgene, let me give you a jacket so you belong. There you go. There you go. You're all handled there. So what I mean? But who wants to do that? I don't want to do that. And I don't need to get views. And thankfully, I'm not getting any views. I only do it because I wanted money to give away to you folks. That's the only reason why I'm monetized. Otherwise, why would I care? I really don't care, except that I know that giving that extra couple of bucks away is important to some of you. And so that's the reason why I do it. I know, no, I'm not talking about necessarily what I do here on the channel. What I'm really talking about is, Winnie, what I'm talking about is that I get asked a lot for help in the BG, in the background, right? And so depending on how much money I have in my wallet at the time, I may make a contribution, but I don't usually question it. That's one thing about me. Oh yeah, YouTube is a big supporter of the clickbait videos. Absolutely. So that is the story. That's the whole story about that end of it, But so I tried it a couple of times. You saw that I ended up getting like 2.1 on my other channel, right? When I can't remember the title, but I just made something up that I thought would get people's attention. And then the video was totally about the opposite of what the clickbait title represented, and people were pissed. Some people were laughing. As a matter of fact, most people were laughing. And then you had the 4 or 5 that wouldn't let it go. And that's why I posted Crystal's Adventures video. Let it go. The meme. Is that how you say it? The meme. Let it go. Because I wanted them to let it go. Can't you guys, do you guys have Not you here. The ones that are listening in the background that have yet to reveal themselves. Do you understand when you're being taken for a ride or no? Do you understand when someone's playing with your head? Do you get when someone's effing with you or not? That's what I'd like to know. Please leave it in the comment section below. Because if you look at my short videos, right? If you look at them and you really pay attention, which I understand everybody is so busy. They're not going to sit there and watch the whole short video all the way through. I know this. You know this. Oh, I got to go in there and support Dan because Joseph Vlogs is sharing out his link. Damn, do I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. But truth of the matter is, you ain't paying any attention. You're not playing around. You're not paying any attention. You're doing the dishes. Joseph Vlogs is on there and she's sharing the stuff out saying, we're having a contest. You want to be an entry. You want to win. You got to come in here. You got to do this. You got to put a link to Dan's show. You got to watch the video. It could be the most pathetic video that I've ever run, and most of them are. But Joseph said link, and so follow that link if you want to get that extra chance of winning in the contest, right? So that's how it works. All right. So anyway, and I appreciate it. I appreciate your support so much. I think some of you know this. Your support means a lot to me, and the 13 million people that are here, you're the ones that I care about and I think about every day. But some people have bailed on me, and I'm also thinking about you. Don't make me name you. It's obvious who hasn't been in here in a while. Don't make me name you, please, not publicly. I know what you're saying, Anime. Dan, name them, name them, name them. I should. It's good for the soul. Don't you think so? Let me know in the comment section below. Oh, I know I'm being silly. I've had 2 or 3 of these. Somebody put something up in a reel, Coke and Emperador, and guess what I did? Yeah. I went out and bought a bottle of Coke and Emperador, and I've been mixing ever since. I'm easily influenced by things like that. All right. Well, I know what a one-sided journey this is. Did you get that? Dan and Minnie's one-sided journey. I realize how one-sided everything is, right? I pay money. I never go to your site. I never go to your live stream. And then I force you to come to mine. Well, what's wrong with that? I'm sending you money. What is wrong with that? You're getting something in return. I don't have all the time in the world. As a matter of fact, I was letting you know, Minnie and I were preparing to scoot to fly out of here, right? And it's going to be soon. I'll let you guys know. But basically, we're getting ready to head for the States, and we're not sure exactly how we're going to do it. The idea is like this. The original idea I had is to go ahead and we'll fly from Cebu to Taipei, spend 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 days in Taipei, catch up with all our friends that live there. Yes, we have friends in Taipei, believe it or not. We have friends all over the world. And so we'll spend time in Taipei and vlog there. Taipei isn't as expensive as, let's say, Hong Kong, China. And then here's the exciting plan, right? We're talking about it. I don't know if it's going to come to fruition, so please don't hold me to this. But perhaps we can go Taipei to Honolulu, Hawaii, and we could hang out on disappearing Waikiki Beach. And maybe I could bring to you a few surfers and play Beach Boy music. Surfing USA. Mildred is here. Hi, Mildred. Welcome in. Welcome in. Shout out. Shout out. Shout out to Mildred. So that would be fun. Do you not think that would be fun? I mean, Filipinos are in Hawaii. They're on Waikiki Beach. Maybe we'll stay right there in the what's the name of the hotel that's right? Well, they're all right on the beach. It's an island, for crying out loud. It's an island. And then we'll spend, I don't know, three days there's probably all I can afford, or we can afford. And then from there go Hawaii to Los Angeles, or Hawaii to San Francisco. And then see if I could talk Knit Band or Mike at Hey Joe Buena Vista Dreaming to pick us up and take us over to their house. That would be cool, wouldn't it? Got it all planned out in my head. That would be absolutely the coolest thing, I think. Tell me if you think that would be cool or not. I certainly think it would. Right? Tim says, what did Tim say? I think you will fly to the States, but I don't know of any cruise ships from here to California. Yeah, there are none. It is so weird, because the cruise ships here, they will stop in Manila. They pick you up. They do a Singapore run. They stop at a few places on their way to Singapore. They dump you off, and they say, see you later. And then you have to figure out what to do from there. But those cruises are very expensive. In other words, we could do a lot of damage if we don't take one of them cruises. And the timing is crap. It's almost like an afterthought that they come into the port of Manila. Oh, yes, I would love to have a Grey Poupon while hanging around at the yacht club in Manila, saying hello to all my rich friends. La-ti-da, la-ti-da, la-ti-da. Wouldn't that be a riot, Tim? But unfortunately, it's not doable. It's not doable because I did look at it. I said, okay, what do we have to do once we get to Singapore? I mean, I don't think I'm going to be honest. You wouldn't want me to lie to you like Larry, would you? But the truth of the matter is, I have no desire to visit Singapore because I don't want to give them one stinking dollar of my money. Is that okay to say? I've spoken to Knit Band, by the way, Tim, and he will be on his way home. I already talked to him about what the plans are. He already said I don't think he mind if we share it publicly, that he welcomes us to his multi-million-dollar home in that's a little bit north of Sacramento. He actually said, I'd be happy to host you at my multi-million-dollar estate. So there you go. So we're looking forward to that. But we also have friends. We have other friends in the Sacramento area that we can mooch off of. And Mike at Hey Joe, of course, Mike at Hey Joe is in Vallejo. I don't know anybody who wants to stay there. I hope Mike doesn't watch the replay on this. We'll just cross our fingers and hope that he doesn't. But that'll be hard to do because he watches just about everything. Oh, my goodness gracious. But I'll tell you, Mike and Cora's wife, they're moving here. They're going to be moving down the road to Buena Vista. And they're going to be building a house there. Let me tell you something. I have consulted with Mike several times on the construction of this here house. He's part of it. Mike is part of it. He has a lot of construction experience. Oh my gosh. His best advice he ever gave me was, don't do it, Dan. Just plain don't do it. But did I listen? No, I didn't listen. Nope, I wanted to do it. I wanted to prove to Mike that I could build a crooked house. And sure enough, that's exactly what I got. It's just slightly off center by a little bit. Not everywhere. Just a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there. But hey, you know what? I'm not so concerned about it. I don't sweat the small stuff. I mean, it really is petty if you think about it. I mean, we are talking the Philippines, aren't we? We're not talking Beverly Hills here, are we? It's so silly. I know. It is so silly. But since you brought it up, Tim, I'll tell you one of the biggest frustrations for me. It probably always will be. And that is the guys deciding that they don't want to come to work and then expect me not to notice the next day. That is probably something about the culture that I will never get used to. I mean, what is that all about? So I get it, right? I get it. I really do. Fiestas in town. Everybody's enjoying themselves. They got cases of Red Horse everywhere. The next day, they're trying to get up in the morning. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Oh, Dan will understand. Dan will understand. No, Dan's on a very tight schedule. I got to get out of here. Minnie and I have to head over to the States. We don't have all the time in the world. Americans seldom do. You know, we're in a hurry. We're always in a hurry. I figure that everything is equal, because after all, they come to me and they charge ridiculous prices for stuff. I don't complain. I don't complain when they do that. I figure that all this, it's just a normal way of doing business, right? I don't complain about that. And you shouldn't complain when I come to you and say, hey, are you guys planning on coming to work today? Could you at least call in sick and let me know you ain't going to be here? And of course, I know that this has created a few problems for people, right? And the reason how I know is because one or two or three of you, none in here today, but have posted on Facebook for some reason, right? You have the airing of grievances on Facebook. Why is that? Why do you do that? Why must you air your grievances on Facebook? The airing of grievances on Facebook has begun. Next thing you know, my no good SOB husband yelled at me when I asked him why he wasn't going to work today. And I had talked to him the night before, and I told him that you better take it easy on that red horse because you know what's going to happen. Dan's going to get mad and he's going to kick your ass the hell out of there. And what do you think happens? Too much red horse and not showing up to work. Get your ass kicked off Dan's construction site. However, being the loving, kind man that I am, you can be drunk the night before and show up with a hangover the next day. I won't say a word, just so long as you show up on time. See how nice of a guy I am? But some people can't, they can't figure it out. They don't figure it out. And then they blame me for getting booted off the job. And then mama is saying, how did you get your stupid ass fired from that job? It wasn't really a firing. Not really. You can't really do that to Filipinos. The way you have to do it is, oh, thanks so much. You did such a great job. I won't be needing any more of your help. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. That's kind of the way that you do it. And everybody's happy. You give them a little extra something for gas money and send them on their way. And the next day, you put another crew to work. You put another crew to work. I mean, how do you do it, right? Don't hire your relatives. There's solid advice for you. And that way, if you don't hire your relatives, you don't have to hear it about it. And you don't have to see it on the airing of grievances on Facebook. At least, Well, a couple times I bought the red horse myself for them. So I'm guilty. I'm guilty of sin. But nobody has ever come to me and said, "But Dan, I got drunk off of your red horse." I will always tell them. I will always tell them, just because I bought your red horse does not mean there's no work tomorrow. That isn't how we roll. You women out there that have husbands that don't drink red horse, is there one even in the bunch of you? Is there even one that's not married to somebody who doesn't drink red horse? I actually think that there are a couple of you in here today. You are so dang lucky. Mr. Man will bring home the paycheck I was given daily pay. I give daily pay. Tell me what job that your husbands or you have worked where they're giving you daily pay. I think I'm the only one that I've ever met that does that. And I do it for good reason. People need money. People need money here in the Philippines. But I think the mistake is mama may not know that I'm given daily pay. She may be expecting that paycheck on Friday. And then when that paycheck comes, she has her hand out like this. And then all of a sudden what the hell is this? How am I supposed to feed the kids on this? What did you do with the money? Where's your paycheck? Well, the owner, working for Dan is not that fun. He expects us to be there on time every day. He's a cano. And for some reason, I think that lets him off the hook. Yeah, I bring home the money and don't drink the red horse. And that's what I think is the secret to success here in the Philippines. Anime is laughing. Yeah. So if your husband is a driver, right, you are hella lucky. If your husband's a driver, he works for DoorDash. Do they have DoorDash here? Panda Express. Food Panda. One of the other delivery companies. They're making their money that way. They know they can't drink and drive, so they're not going to be out there drinking and driving, right? They're going to be doing their job, hustling, making that money, getting those tips, and they're going to be bringing them home to mama. All right. They probably come home every night with a paycheck, with at least tips. Their wife doesn't have anything to worry about. They don't have to worry about buying clothes for school, for lunch money, having 20 pesos to take the trike, getting your kids off on the jeepney. None of that stuff. It's because you have a man who has his priorities straight. Construction is a totally different thing. Grab food. That's what I was grabbing at, Tim. That's what I was grabbing at. I was trying to grab food. And I think I said something like, yeah, grab food. Grab it. Grab it. Grab it. Grab it. There you go. Grab food. So I think that one or two of you noticed that I used my avatar in a couple of the videos. I'll tell you why I did that. You may have also noticed a comment by Larry Lee, where Larry had said, Dan, you could do it perfectly fine in front of the camera. But the truth of the matter is, as much as I'd like to think that I can do it, I cannot. Doing talking head stuff is difficult, and I'd rather have the avatar doing it for me. So the avatar, basically all I have to do is enter in my script into the app, take a picture of myself, read into a microphone the script, and it integrates that talking, that the voice with my facial expressions. Ah, 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 ah. So tell me something. How do you know I'm not an avatar right now? Ah, ah, ah. Today was a nice day. It was great. And how I started doing this, I started watching videos and I realized that said to myself, well, wait a minute. That don't look exactly like Kevin O'Leary. That doesn't look like Duterte, not exactly. And they were doing these kind of features. Watch this. This is how you can tell. You're learning something here tonight. This is how you can tell. You'll see this movement, even on my avatar. They're trying to make you believe that it's actually me. And so they'll think that I do this all the time, or this, or this. What are you talking about? Do you see you do you are you going to listen to my words, or you going to believe your lying eyes? And so you're going to see these hand gestures that don't make sense. They're going to be a little bit out of sync. You're going to be like this. You'll see my shoulders. If I'm doing a headshot like this, you'll see my shoulders fly up like this. Or this. You'll see this. You'll see this. So this, it's getting very difficult to determine what a real video is and what a fake video is, Mengay. And I got to tell you something. This may be the downfall of YouTube. This may eventually lead to the downfall of YouTube. People will figure it out. And then the problem is they'll start questioning everything that's on YouTube. It will no longer have any entertainment value unless it's stand there just telling jokes. In my avatar, why did the chicken cross the road? Ha 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 ha. I'll give you 3 seconds to put it in the comment section below. See what I'm saying? In other words, that's the only venue, that's the only type of video that I could figure out would work on YouTube after that. If you see Kevin O'Leary or somebody trying to give financial advice and you see this, elbows flying, twitching, it ain't going to work. People will just turn it off. Well, then how would you know when the real Kevin O'Leary is on there? In other words, how would you know when you're watching the real person? What if Kevin O'Leary, the real Kevin O'Leary, ends up getting a twitch? Yeah. What if he ends up having a stroke? He still does his YouTube channel. He's like this, you know? And his avatar is doing the same thing. How would you know the difference? And so this is where I started playing around with the avatar. The fake voice that Tim says is not good. It's not really, it's not an electronic voice. It's somebody who's sitting in a studio. They're lending their voice to the app, and the voice is taking it. They probably have to put all kind of words in there, you know? They probably have to go A, E, I, O, U. They have to sit there for hours, for days in the studio, you know, talking scenarios so that the app, the robot, the AI gets an idea of how they speak. And then when you put in the script into the app, it delivers it. It delivers that message based on the accumulated speaking or language patterns of the person delivering the message. Now, so watch. Here's what I'm going to be doing. I'm letting you know in advance. I'm going to be using the avatar for talking head videos. But what I will be doing, anime, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to spend the time putting all my idiosyncrasies. Is that a good way to put it, Tim? Or is it the first part only? I'll put all my quirky little things that I do about my speech into the program. so that it knows, oh, this is Dan, this is Dan's voice, and we know how he can be. And so we'll have to replicate that, right? Otherwise, I'll sound like a robot. And so far, the one that I did where I was talking about the 3 lies about, tourism in the Philippines, whatever it was, that I did on my Dogmatic Dan channel, it came out okay. It didn't look exactly like me. And it didn't sound exactly like me, but, it was okay. It worked out okay. I was able to sell it. I was able to sell that. So, anyway, I don't know if you guys are interested, but I think that the downfall of YouTube is going to be focused. It's going to happen because of that reason. Now, there are more AI generated videos going out there on YouTube that, I've never seen so many in my entire life. And it's cutting into everybody's paycheck. I'll be honest with you. Because if you could just sit there and you could hire a technician to put the story together. You give them the basic idea. They go do their research on Google, at Google AI. They come back, they take a picture of you, they put the script together, and then there you go. You don't even have to be there in studio in order to do this. It just delivers it as though it's you, right? And as long as you're telling the truth, in my opinion anyway, it's all good. As long as you're delivering the message truthfully, because I believe that there's a certain amount of ethics that come along with this type of thing, and that is that don't tell lies. But if you don't tell lies, you're not going to get YouTube hits, because it's all about the surprise, right? It's all about people fleeing the Philippines, expat disappearing in the middle of the night. That's what gets views, right? They want to hear the tales of woe. My wife divorced me and took everything that I owned. Well, I went to the Philippines. I married a Filipina. We lived happily for the first 5 years. The next thing we know, she lets me know she no longer wants to be married to me. She no longer wants to be with me. And she wants to take over all the houses, take custody of the kids, wants alimony, wants child support. And they like hearing those stories. They want to hear the failure stories, because you know why? They could identify with those best, because they're losers. That's why. They're losers. I'm telling you, the people that watch those videos, oh yeah, they're empathetic losers. Oh yeah, I've been divorced 3 or 4 times. This will be the 5th time, oh my gosh, I'm such a loser. Oh, it happened to Dan. Misery loves company. That's why this happens. That's why this happens. So if it happened to you and you advertise on YouTube, you will have a successful channel too. Des is here. Hi, Des. How are you doing? See, if this happened to you, you would also have a successful YouTube channel. You should make it up. You should make up a whole scenario that you could post on Facebook and YouTube. You know what? I honestly never thought about that. What if you spun a whole story about your relationship? And people would be like, what? I can't believe they posted that online. Something like that. What? Dan and Minnie's journey after 22 years? They're separating? They're going their separate ways? Did you guys see some of the hateful comments over there in Dogmatic Dan's journey? What did I just do? Make up a new name? Yeah, I think I did. If you go over to Dogmatic Dan's channel, right, and you look at the hateful comments, I know Anna May saw some of them. Well, your relatives are really going to enjoy those houses. Why, you can't own land in the Philippines? Well, what's going to happen to you when she sends you packing? I was laughing my ass off. You notice I never gave up on the comments, because sticks and stones, right? They don't bother me in the least. I have fun with them. I mean, did you see that one did you see that one what do you call it? That one moron who would not let it go? Did you guys see that one moron who just kept going and going and going? Well, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. They don't have doctors that were trained at the Mayo Clinic. I'm like, well, my doctor was trained at the Mayo Clinic. Doesn't that make you the one telling the falsehood and not me? Or when I started asking him, can you provide evidence that supports your claims? Well, you got nothing, right? Yeah, because you can't support your claims. How you can tell when somebody is trying to let's see, to gaslight you is when they start calling you names like idiot, moron, uneducated moron, you know? Well, you're skewing the facts. Really? Well, tell me what the facts are then. And I'll tell you if I'm skewing them. So you see, I take the time and I research the stuff before I deliver it. Anna G, how you be? See, I take the time to actually research it as opposed to spewing the same garbage that I know the algorithm is going to follow. I actually will believe some of the stuff and then I'll go in there and I will discover where the error in their ways are. A lot of people will say, Dan, you have too much time on your hands. And I have to say to that, yes, I do. It's because I am retired. And so I have more time than the average human being who is still in the working mode. Tim says Nathan hot dog sold out to Smithfield Foods. There's the end of that. Right, Tim? There's the end of that story right there. Fillers and Nathan hot dogs film at 11. No, we actually don't know if they're going to do that. I do apologize for saying that. I felt guilty right away as soon as the words left my mouth. You see, folks, it's no good. It isn't any good unless I have to get behind somebody who speaks the truth, that's the challenge. Someone who speaks the truth that the algorithm likes, and then you follow them, right? For example, I know something about Tim. Since Tim is here, I'm going to talk about Tim. Here you go. I have a real person narrate my videos. Well, Tim, so here's the thing, right? Did you notice that one successful video, and only one, by the way? No, I couldn't resist. That one successful video that you had, right, of 70,000 views. It caught my attention, and what I was waiting for, it caught my attention big time because it was easy to see why it was a successful video. If you guys haven't gone in there and seen that video, then it's the one about exotic fruits. Now, if I were to do a video on exotic fruits, it would be a completely different video. I would be in Thailand in Nana Plaza. It's a totally different video. But Tim, it was excellent. It was excellent. He delivered the whole package, right? And the thing just goes 70,000 views. I mean, it just keeps growing and growing and growing. And so the whole thing, just like the fruits. And so the whole thing is that I was waiting for somebody to notice the video and then put out another one, right? Which Tim did a couple of follow-ups that did not catch the algorithm. So I was paying attention. I was watching to what he was going to do, right? Was he going to take off? And he tried, and it didn't bounce. But the whole thing is, Tim, other people didn't try. See, that's what caught my attention more, was that they left that subject pretty much alone. and I don't really know why. I don't know why, because it seems to me like it would have been a fantastic subject to exploit in short videos, in long video format, and anywhere you wanted to deliver that message, it would have taken off. But it died. To the best of my knowledge, in my time limited life, for the period of time that I was paying attention, it died a horrible death. and so, which means not that it was a great video, but I kept waiting for somebody to run with it. One of the big YouTubers is what I'm talking about. One of the big ones, one of the giants. I figured that, they can take this subject and they could get 1 million views out of it, right? All they have to do is twist and turn and manipulate. But did they grab onto it? No. To their discredit, they did not. They did not run with it, and I have no idea why. I still go back and I still think about what could I do with that video where I can follow in Tim's footprints and actually end up getting the 70,000 views, or the 70,000 plus views on that video. And so that's pretty much what I'm talking about, because usually when they see a winner like that, everybody jumps on the bandwagon, right? They start talking about exotic fruits, right? They could talk about exotic fruits all day long. So maybe, I don't know. I don't know what your the period of time. I don't know how long you were able to keep the attention, but it really doesn't matter, because you got 70,000 views. I don't know if you were able to keep people's attention for 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Only you would be able to tell us. But it doesn't matter, because it was a home run. It was a home run. And you're going to see that happen from time to time. All right, we're 57 minutes and 24. I want to talk about a whole bunch of other stuff, but I won't bore you with it. I've bored you enough in this. I hope it was interesting. But I think it was, because most of you hung in there with me. Why all of a sudden, can I ask a question? Why all of a sudden did my viewers count jump by like 7? Crystals, where have you been? You're not thinking that I'm going to give money away today, are you? Are people really thinking that I'm going to give away money today? And so the last couple of minutes of the live stream, they all of a sudden appear magically so they could have a shot at winning 500 pesos. Ed Denoy, but does not stick. It's like Teflon, right? Tim says I lost over 6,000 watch hours since I put that video out. Yeah, but you did your best. You did your best on those follow-up videos. Ed Denoy, I don't know if you saw that one, but I would recommend, if you want to know what I'm talking about. You probably don't. You're too busy in Japan. But go in there to Tim Dziak's channel and watch that video. And it's time for Tim to go now. Tim, see you later. Have a nice rest of your evening. Bye-bye. See you later. All right, 16 million people in the house, and we are going to give 500 pesos away. So you know how this works, right? I put start in the chat, and then you will select a number between 1 and 35. And the first one that shows up in the chat with the number that we select after we pull it out of this Starbucks bottle made in Japan will win the 500 pesos if you're in there. So, but you only get one person, one guess. 18 people in the chat right now. I should only see 18 guesses. Start guessing as soon as you see that number, the instruction to start in there, and away we go. Yes. A number between 1 and 35. There's only 18 million people in here, so shouldn't take very long for you to get all your guesses in. All right, we're ready to enter in the stop command in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody that shows up below that stop command on your screen, anybody below it, are SOL. They're out of luck. Oh, it looks like we're rolling into a commercial. Let me see. What is this right here? All right. Let's see what we got. Let's see if we have a winner. I think Anime won last week, right? Something like that. Didn't Anime win? All right, here we go. I'm taking it. Are you guys with me? I'm pulling out a bingo ball right now. And the number is, whoa, I like the number. It's number 5. It's number 5. Okay, so you guys will have to tell me if we have a winner at number 5. Do we have a winner? Someone said congratulations. Who won? Stop funning Po Kisimir. No winner, Des says. No winner? No winner? No winner. Okay, let's do it again. Let's do it again. But don't select number 5 because I set it aside. Oh, that rhymed, right? Number 5 is set aside. When you see start appear, choose a number between 1 and 35, but don't choose 5. Are you ready to go? See. Where's the numbers? They're here? Oh, yeah, you guys are guessing. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I can't keep up. It's moving so fast. Okay, I'm entering the stop command in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Stop. All right, it's time. It's time to shake it up again. Shake it, baby, shake it. That's how I shake it, just like that. Let's see if we have a winner. Lucky number 7 comes up. Lucky number 7. Is that 7? Yeah, it is. Yeah, I had to take another look. Lucky number 7. All right, do we have a winner with number 7? No winner, Des says. No winner, Anime says. What? How often does that happen? All right, I know. Third time's a charm. Third time is a charm for 500 pesos. Remember, don't pick number 5. Don't pick number 7. They're out of play. All right? A number between 1 and 35, but don't make it a 5. Do not make it a 7. Ed Denoy says, what? Exactly. As soon as you see start appear in the chat, you may start guessing again. 20 million people on the tail end of this thing. I don't mind. I don't mind that you're coming in at the last moment to get the money, but I'll remember you. Oh, yes, I will. If you're not a regular, I'm going to remember you. You become a regular. Like Ed Denoy, he's a regular. There's Ed right there. There's Ed's number 12. What am I going to send that to you in, Ed? Japanese yen? All right, let's see if we have a winner. Yeah, keep your eye on the bouncing ball. All right, the number is 24. There it is, 24. You can see it better this way. Yeah, there. 24. Who do we have for a winner? Game over, someone said. Game over. Who won? Who won? What happened? Who? Menge? Congratulations, Menge. Menge is the winner of 500 peso. I think it's been a while since we've sent money your way, I do believe. Congratulations. Congratulations. Menge, is Minnie Snow going to get a piece of that? Hey, do me a favor so I don't have to scroll all over the place, Menge, looking for your Gcash number. Please send it to me in the private message. Everybody, thanks for joining me today. Let me see if Minnie's here. She wants to say hello and goodbye. Hang on. I'm going to call for her. I'm going to try and mute the mic. I don't think I'm going to be lucky. Minnie! Minnie! Here she comes. Here she comes. Menge won some money. Uh-oh. I ran into that shovel too. Menge won some money. She won 500 pesos. Look at this. Everybody, there she is. Hey, congratulations, Menge.
Hi, everybody.
Thanks, everybody, and goodbye, everybody. We'll see you on the next live stream. Bye-bye. Have a nice rest of your Friday.
Bye-bye.
See you later. We're out.